It's 0709 hours GMT plus 1 West African time at the 15th of May 2026. Good morning and welcome to News on Wake Up Nigeria. I'm Mike Messikeno. President Bola Tinubu is pushing a strong message of African economic independence, regional integration and industrial transformation. Business editor Tolulokwe Ogunjobi is standing by, of course. I was there at the president's participation at the Africa CEO Forum in Kigali. Now, the president continued his push to position Nigeria as a leading destination for investment and economic partnerships on the continent. He participated in the 2026 Africa CEO Forum in Kigali, Rwanda. He also said that the African Continental Free Trade Area must move beyond rhetoric, insisting Africa can only prosper through deeper collaboration, local manufacturing and strategic investment. Speaking alongside Gabonese President Brice Nguema, the Niger leader called on African nations to stop exporting raw materials without adding value locally. He pointed to the Dangote refinery as evidence that African countries can achieve large-scale industrial projects with the right policy support.
A risk taker like a Dangote refinery must be encouraged by the government and power. What I did, support him, give him free trade zone license, support him in the effort to source the crude that is necessary. And today he is the exporter, net exporter of both the PMS, aviation fuel, and other commodities. Now, no one can take metal out of Nigeria without adding value. No one. Gone are the days where you can excavate the dust, all the minerals, and go. No. Look around the entire continent. 54 countries. There's none of us without a particular commodity available in the country or the other. Why not start?
Now, the summit, which has drawn African leaders, global investors, and top business executives, is focused on accelerating industrial growth, regional integration, and infrastructure financing. The APC has announced the postponement of the House of Reps primary election for the 2027 general election to Saturday, the 16th of May 2026. According to APC spokesman Felix Walker, the previously announced primary election dates for the Senate, State Houses of Assembly, governorship and presidential primaries remain unchanged. So, the primary election for Senate will hold on Monday, the 18th of May, State House of Assembly Wednesday, the 20th of May. The governorship primary election holds on Thursday, the 21st of May, and while the presidential primary election will hold on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2027. Now, the National Emergency Management Agency has raised the alarm over possible widespread flooding across the country, warning that more than 30 states could experience severe impacts during the 2026 rainy season. The agency asked state governments to immediately activate flood prevention and emergency response measures to minimize anticipated damage to lives and property. Director General of NEMA, Zubaida Umar, was on an official engagement with the governor of Adamawa State, Amadu Fintiri, on disaster preparedness.
And what we're doing is providing advisories right now. Example, we just spoke on the issue of monthly sanitation, where we're saying we can actually up it so that we can clear drainages and desilt dams and places that need desilting. So we've already started that. We're also communicating in the various languages of Adamawa State so that everybody is prepared. As we always say, disaster is everybody's business and we're all key role players in it.
But above all, this partnership.
And now to foreign stories. The White House has announced that Presidents Donald Trump and Xi Jinping have agreed to keep the Strait of Hormuz open as the Middle East war continues. Several vessels, including Chinese-owned, have passed through the strait under Iran's management protocols. President Trump mentioned that China's president offered to help open the strait as tensions between Washington and Tehran remain unresolved. Trump also suggested China's dependence on Iranian oil gave Beijing an interest in keeping the strait open.